Hello guys, welcome to the Central Valley Film Project. Today, you will be speaking with myself, as well as the director of our latest short film, The Figure, Roman Acosta.
Hey guys.
All right, so we put up a poll on Instagram and Facebook to see if you guys had any questions for us, and we're gonna be going through that today. So stick around, leave a like and a comment if you wanna know anything else about filmmaking in general, and if you enjoyed the video. We're just gonna hop right into it. If you guys haven't seen The Figure yet, a link is in the description. Watch that, and then come back to see some of the behind the scenes we have for you. The first question I have comes from Emmy Spams, but she wants to be credited as Emily Mendez 59. Whose idea was it to create this film, and how were they inspired from it?
I feel like I've been making a lot of the same stuff lately, like as far as like films and like tone and like genre goes. So I thought about the idea of like wanting to expand like my range a bit, you know?
Because from what I understand, you don't like horror films. Very
I don't
much.
like horror films at all. You know, I don't really watch horror films, and so yeah, I thought it'd be a fun, interesting little project to do. And so, yeah, I mean, to be honest, my sister helped with the idea of it. I got the idea. I was like, I knew I didn't want something gory or bloody, you know, that I'm not really into that type of horror, but like something suspenseful with like the horror elements. What else? I think, I wrote it in one day, actually, like 2 hours. And I showed you, I think, a day later, the script.
Dang.
Yeah.
I got first peek.
Well, Zane, I sent it to Zane, and then I remember sending it to Marcy, because I know he wanted to try to help with it. And then I sent it to you. You read it here because I think we're making a video for CVFP. So yeah, that's to answer Emily's question. Thank you.
Awesome. From Juan Paul Films.
Juan Paul.
Any helpful setbacks that helped the movie?
So for whatever reason, we had to take like 2 weeks off to delay the film. I think it was like due to people's schedules, and so I wanted to try to film it before 4th of July. We ended up doing it like a couple weeks, like a week or two. Right after 4th of July, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it was like a week. Made me focus on like more like planning stuff and like more pre-production stuff, like more rehearsal time with Courtney especially. That really helped, and with you actually as the cinematographer. So we had time to practice, like rehearse everything, set up lighting, shots, stuff like that, and just go like a run through of the film. And so with that extra time, it actually saved us a lot of time on set. The film still would have looked the way I wanted it to, even if we didn't have those 2 weeks to prepare more. I just think it would have taken slightly longer to film.
This comes from Ryan Arona. What lens did we shoot on?
What lens? Do you know, or do you want to answer?
I do. I was cinematographer on it.
I know what lens I was shooting on too.
Of course. Right, don't hog all the answers from me.
I know.
I shot on a 35 millimeter, like Meike lens.
Meike or something.
We'll link it in the description.
Yeah.
Super cheap lens, but it looks very nice.
Yeah.
It was actually the first lens I ever got, but it's fully manual, so I really like the control that I can exercise over it, because for whatever reason, when a lens is controlled through the camera, I feel like I don't have as much control over the quality as opposed to
manually focusing.
A fully manual like focus, manual f-stop. So we filmed on the 35 millimeter. We also filmed on your 24 millimeter.
You always get it wrong. It's 25 millimeter.
Every time, dude. I'm a 24 millimeter guy. What can I say?
So yeah, the Panasonic 25 millimeter. Those cost around. I bought it for $150 on sale. Original price is $250 at Best Buy. When we got the figure shots, when Courtney's walking outside like towards him, I think we slapped on the 14 to 140.
Yes.
Probably. That was a standard kit lens that came with my GH4. It's not the best. The f-stop's really low, so you're not gonna get the best quality. But I think when we shot that shot, it was like 50 to 60 millimeter.
Yeah, I may have even pushed it to like 75,
I think
85. So. But the one shot we used was the figure under the street light. That was the kit lens zoomed into like around 75.
Yeah.
And the disadvantage to that was it was super dark, because with cheap zoom lenses, it affects your f-stop and your exposure, which you'll notice if you ever played with those before. It affects your exposure a lot. So we were already out in the night, and It was just pitch black, and I shut the aperture a lot to get that focal length. So we had to introduce a ton of light in the scene. So that's actually a huge VFX shot. I'll kind of show you real quick the different layers of composition that we did, how I had to paint out the lights, but that's how we counteracted that dark exposure.
Yeah. To be honest, I was like kind of worried. I was like, you know what? Because like it'd be like a huge mistake and like a goof if it's like the lights are in the frame. So I was like, yeah, I mean, knowing you, I knew you could have put it off. I knew you were gonna pull it off. But I was like, I've never seen this before, so
It's a little weird.
I hope it works, you know?
Yeah.
I've never done that. Like, we'll digitally remove it later. I'm like, okay.
It's very simple, man. If you learn the basics, like you could pull off some really handy stuff, like in that situation where it was just some garbage masks and you're set.
Oh yeah.
How did you find talent?
So crew is just like people you know, and I met a lot of people since, like, you know, throwing myself into like this community of like filmmakers we have here. And so right at the top of my head, I think like makeup, you know, Emily Persons. I worked with her on a couple stage productions at MJC. She's really good on makeup. She did really good in the film, The Figure, masking out Daniel's face and like getting rid of his eyebrows, you know. She did an amazing job. Crew script supervisor Melody Padilla. It's Courtney Padilla's younger sister, who's really smart. She's only a senior in high school. She's 16 years older now. Insanely smart. She's always on top of her like duties and everything. She literally writes down anything you say. So if you're thinking out loud, she'll write it down for you. It's in her notepad, and if you need to refer back to anything, it's there. You know. Zane Ellenbarger. I've known him since senior year of high school. He's been my film friend since then. He was like our like key grip pretty much when we needed him. What else do we have? Crew. Do you count as crew? DP, editor?
I guess I count, yeah.
Yeah. And then True, this guy. I met him at JC like last year, beginning of like 2019-ish. When I was pitching the script to you, I was asking like, hey, do you want to like be editor? Because originally I wanted to shoot it, I think, but I was like, I didn't want to do that. I needed to like get away from that.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun shooting. Usually I'm the director on a set, so it was very nice to just be able to take a step back, fully focus on just the technical aspect of the film, and it worked out really good. So,
and I know you've been wanting to check out like how I work, like personally, like on set. So, you know, hopefully you saw some good stuff, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And that just kind of goes to show, if you guys are looking to get on sets and kind of show off your talent, the biggest thing is just reaching out and networking, because, you know, all of our crew is just like family and friends, you know, and all that. And we have crew members as young as, you know, Melody, who's 16, you know, so it just goes to show that talent comes first. So if you feel like I'm too young, I'm too inexperienced, if you have the talent and you've put in the work, you're going to get on a set. Yeah. And if you don't have the talent yet, just start making your own stuff and you're going to improve, and pretty soon people will be asking you. So the next question we have comes from Marisol Lovely. How did you get the actors?
Courtney Padilla, the main character in this film. I met her at an acting class at MJC with Michael Lynch, and right away we became like best friends. She even got me the job I work at right now. So ooh. Yeah, so she, you know, me and her have been really close together. Lately she's been pushing to be like that actor again. Like she's really into this stuff, you know. And I knew she was moving away, and she already moved down, so I knew I wanted to get a quick project in with her, and we had enough time to like squeeze her in. And I kind of wrote the role for her, because like I don't know too many like actresses here who love acting, and you know, specifically in film. And so I figured Courtney's really passionate, bring out the talent in her, and I just casted her. I kind of wrote it, like I said, I wrote it in mind for her. Casting the figure was kind of difficult, because I always pictured somebody kind of like taller, you know, more physically built, and who could play the part. So I think I reached out to one guy. He was just super busy. He worked like 60-hour weeks. And then Courtney's boyfriend, Daniel, who has no acting experience, I reached out to him. I'm like, hey, dude, like, I think you'd make this part, like, I think you make this part work if you do it. So I showed him the script, and he liked it. He's like, yeah, let me get on.
Looking for a boyfriend, I see that.
I told him like, hey, you're gonna be in makeup and you're gonna be like, it's gonna be hot, so you're gonna be in a hoodie, all black hoodie, all black pants, so it's gonna be hot. So just I'm warning you. And he didn't hesitate, and he just said, yeah.
Yeah, when I first saw Daniel in the makeup, I was like, wow, like perfect casting. It really got me extra excited.
Oh, yeah.
When I saw, I was like, dude,
Yeah.
like, because I never worked with makeup before, like, or at least that thick of makeup. So it was really cool to see.
Yeah, no, he killed it. Perfect. Emily did really good. Oh, my sister too. The girl in bed. So my sister makes a quick like 5-second cameo in the film of the little girl sleeping in bed, you know. And so that was she was excited to help, even though it's only like those 3-4 seconds, but
Yeah.
she was, yeah, but like I said, just people you know.
Definitely. It's Kuya J asks, how long did filming take?
Filming took 3 days total. And so
Was it 3 days?
It was 3 days.
Oh, was it originally 2 and then extended to 3?
So
because I know we had to extend.
So it was originally 1 day. I wanted to film 1 day, and then you convinced me like
I was like, no,
it's gonna be 2 days. I'm like, yeah, you're kind of right, you know. And so I mean, 'cause filming, when you film, dude, filming takes so long. Like even setting this up right now, like took like nearly 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
You know, the setup here.
2 camera setup, not fun.
Yeah. And so yeah, we filmed on a weekend. So I think it was like Friday, Saturday. Friday from like, I think everybody got here like 8:15, 8:30 p.m. Filming got done at like midnight, and that was as late as I was gonna go. I didn't want to keep everybody here, so I figured, yeah, well, 2 days anyway. I think even on the second day we're kind of rushing, like trying to finish. You know, I'm very like, let's do it. You know, like let's go, like let's not waste any time. And so I think the second day finished kind of earlier. I think by like 11:30, people were gone, and so that was a smooth day. But we needed, I don't think it was a reshoot, just like some quick stuff that took like 2 hours, 3 days total.
Okay, that was shorter than I remember, but that sounds right because I remember you're like one night, and I just knew the setups like were just gonna take longer because to consider how long each setup is gonna take, you know, which actors and actresses you need, you know, considering how long makeup needs and stuff like that. So I knew going into it, it was definitely gonna take more than one night.
Yeah.
We aimed for 2, ended up at 3, which I think is still pretty good.
Yeah. It's good to know schedule ahead, you know, like bring people ahead at the right time, and when they're done, let them go, you know. So like with Emily, I wanted her and Daniel here at the same time, so that's why when they both get here, Emily can start on Daniel's makeup right away, and then when Emily's done, like she's done with makeup. I think on Friday she stayed the whole day because the blood on the window too.
Yeah.
So I think Emily was there the whole day on Friday, day number 1. And then day 2, she was only there for like an hour. Not even that.
Because she quickly did the blood hand, right?
Yeah, I just needed the bloody hand. And that was it, yeah. So,
yeah, definitely. Pro tip for any upcoming filmmakers, schedule your actors and actresses, schedule your crew.
Yeah.
No one will ever want to come back if you have them standing around for 5 hours and then you shoot them for like 3 seconds and then you have them stand around for another 2 hours and then you're done.
and I've done that before, so
we've all done it. I've done it.
It doesn't feel good.
I've always done it. So C Harmonic Major has 2 questions. I'm just gonna throw them in right now. How did you pick the filming location? And what kind of inspirations were behind the story?
Yeah, like I said, like it was all about wanting to expand like your range, like my range of like films and different genres I can tackle, you know. If you want to know like some stuff I watched before filming, I remember watching The Shining. It's one of my favorite horror movies. And I remember watching Get Out because I think Get Out's more suspenseful, like the type of horror I was going for. I think I watched one of the very first horror films, to be honest. It was like from like 1920 something. The Dr. Caligari?
You're asking the wrong man. I'm a horrible
it was something. I tried watching a lot of horror movies before going in, you know, just like I said, like do your homework and see what last minute stuff you can take in. Location though was actually at my house. We figured it was gonna be the best, easier spot, you know, to shoot at.
With everything going on, you know, if you've seen our behind the scenes photos, masks everywhere. So filming locations are limited, so we just kept it at the house.
Yeah, and I kind of, when you're writing it too, well, I wrote it, but I always kept in mind like, and even when I do, if it's a script I intend on like shooting eventually, like keep locations simple, nothing too crazy, limit your locations, like the amount of places you have to go to, because like transferring equipment and people and, you know, meeting here at a time, it's just so much. If it's at one location, you have all the time in the world to experiment.
All right, so the final question we have is from Treeman Charles, and it asks, how can I get involved?
How can you get involved?
How can we get involved?
True, how can you get involved?
Well, we have an email, cvfp209@gmail.com. So if you are cast or crew, you just send what you're interested in doing, or even post-production. And then from there, you just kind of give us a quick resume. We want some people with experience. We're looking on bringing up like amateur filmmakers, not outright beginner, like, you know, haven't done a film before. So we do require some experience for a reel. If you're an actor or actress, you don't necessarily need experience, but we may ask you to audition or ask for like a resume if you've done stage plays before, because we know film experience is
way different from
hard to come by
stage acting
from crew. Because if you're crew, you should be able to make a film on your own to an extent before you join us. If you're an actor or an actress, we know it can be difficult to find film sets to get experience on. So if you've done stage before, that is perfect. If you haven't done anything before, we can always look for an audition tape from you or something like that. So if any of you guys are interested in being involved in our next project, email cvfp209@gmail.com, and that's where you can join. We're especially looking for older actors, sound engineers.
Actresses too.
Actresses as well, just actresses. And then, what did I say? Sound engineers, post-production people would be nice. And then some gaffers, a lighter would be nice. Those are the big things we're really looking for. So if you fill any of those positions, we might bring you on, who knows? So thank you guys for the questions. I think that's gonna be it for the figure. Right now, we are currently scripting a new short film that we are trying to shoot soon. So hopefully we'll get that out sooner than later, but we will still be putting out more regular content about filmmaking, some how-tos, some tutorials. If you have any requests, leave some comments down below. Hit subscribe on the channel to help us kind of grow, let the algorithm, you know, start catching up with us, because we want this movement to really lift up the Central Valley. We want to be able to give filmmakers a very clear platform for them to launch off of. That way, when they're ready to make the big move to like New York, LA, Atlanta,
or even start their own stuff, you know,
or start their own stuff, their own media companies, that you guys have the experience, that network, and everything you need as a filmmaker. So that's what this platform is. So make sure to help share this and grow the community so we can help uplift you guys as well.
Yes, sir.
So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys.